Bonjour les Français, bienvenue à France et toi, la vie en ville. Aujourd'hui, on va discuter les endroits et aussi peut-être les services qui existent en ville, en France ou bien les pays francophones. On commencera avec tout ce qui est là, ici. Alors, tu vas noter que sur ton papier, tu auras de la place, pour noter là, etc. Voici les premiers 4, 5, 6 sont là. Et tu as aussi de L apostrophe. Commençons avec la gendarmerie. Voici la gendarmerie. La gendarmerie. This one's a little more m than I pronounced initially. Désolé. La gendarmerie. La gendarmerie. Ça veut dire the police station. Voici deuxième. La mairie. La mairie. This is the mayor's office. Voici la pharmacie. La pharmacie. Usually noted en France or French-speaking countries with a croix verte, a green cross outside. Voici la plage. La plage. The beach. Voici la poste. La poste. And indeed, it is the post office. Bleu et jaune en France. Voici la station-service. La station-service. Gas station. Voici l'école. L'école. Très bien connu, school. Et mon favori à prononcer, l'hôpital. 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 Exactly what you'd think, a hospital. On a aussi les endroits qui commencent avec un, qui sont masculins, quoi. Alors, voici un boulevard. Un boulevard. Same as it is en anglais, a boulevard. En général, boulevard is a little bit bigger, perhaps a little bit wider than a street or alleyway. Un café. Un café. Très, très bien connu, un café. Et voici un exemple. Un centre commercial. Un centre commercial. Ça veut dire a commercial center, or more practically, a mall. Un centre de jeunesse. Un centre de jeunesse. Un centre de jeunesse is usually a place en France or a French-speaking country that's like a youth center, and so they offer services to care for children while their parents work sometimes, or there are activities that are organized for families within the community, like field trips and those kinds of things on times when school is not in session. So kids can go there, especially after school, for like homework help or activities within the community. They also have special activities like field trips and such on days when school is not in session. Un cinéma. Un cinéma. Très, très bien connu et similaire en anglais. Un collège. Un collège. Un collège, ça veut dire middle school. So it's super important to noter qu'il y a un collège. It is not the same thing as université. Collège is the middle school level. Un lycée. Un lycée. Probably one of the most frequently mispronounced words. Un lycée, high school. Un magasin. Un magasin. You have to be careful not to do magazine here. Magasin is a store. Voici un musée. Un musée. A museum. Et voici le Louvre. Un parc. Un parc. which is exactly what you think it is, a park. Un parc d'attractions. Un parc d'attractions, or a theme park or amusement park. Un supermarché. Un supermarché. Un supermarché. A supermarket. Et finalement, un zoo. Un zoo. Et bien sûr, zoo. On continue avec les endroits qui commencent par une avenue, similar en anglais, and a bit smaller than a boulevard, usually. Une banque, encore similaire en anglais avec l'argent, a bank. Une bibliothèque, une bibliothèque, a library. Une caserne de pompiers, une caserne de pompiers, fire station. Pompiers are the firefighters themselves. Une école élémentaire, une école élémentaire, elementary school. Une église, a church. Une mosquée, This is a mosque, a place of worship for those of Islamic faith, and it's becoming a very much more popular or prominent religion en France, and also in French-speaking countries around the world, which is why we include it here and for people in the United States who might practice that faith as well. Une piscine, a pool. On finit avec trois derniers. Une rue, a street, probably smaller even than avenue or boulevard. Une synagogue, Synagogue is a place of worship for those of Jewish faith, and so we include it here because of the number of people who practice that religion both in our country and in French-speaking countries around the world. There's a pretty prominent population of French-speaking Jewish people as well as un temple, which is generally for those who practice Buddhism or Hindu. Those religions are less well known but still exist in some places and towns in France, and so I thought they are also worth a mention because they are practiced increasingly more often in our country as well. Voilà, la vie en ville. Merci.